Good morning, viewers. Today we have Mr. Praveen Jaju, Assistant Vice President, Supply Chain and Commercial, PI Industries. Welcome, Mr. Praveen Jaju.
Good morning, Mr. Saraf. Pleasure to be here.
Mr. Praveen, can you throw some light on PI Industries' history and their business?
Well, PI Industries is an over 60-year organization and predominantly focused in brand business in India in agrochemicals and also in contract research business, which is predominantly exports. So today we are talking of end-to-end spectrum of the agrochemical business, right from invention to distribution, sales and distribution of the product, and our end customer is farmer.
Okay.
So we have a strong brand equity of over 60 years in India.
Okay.
And our products are sold right from Jammu Kashmir to up down Kerala, and also exported to over 25 countries across the world. In the exports business, majority of the business is custom synthesis business, in which we have collaborations and agreements with the global inventors.
Okay.
And that is where I was talking about the custom synthesis business model, in which we do the process optimization and manufacturing specific product for our customers.
Fantastic.
Once upon a time, PI also did install plants overseas, out of India. PI also ventured into those kind of things, and PI is one of the early pioneer companies who had their own agrochemical formulation, manufacturing and exporting facilities out of India. So while today there are many companies like you have the big ones, but PI is one of the pioneers, and we have been doing it for decades.
Has there been any recent expansion in your range of products?
Yes. Two things. One is the domestic business. In the domestic business, predominantly our focus is to register the products which are invented by our partners or the global innovators. So we are getting into exclusive marketing agreements with them, registering those products in India, and then are selling it in our own brand name. And then we are also offering it to other companies who don't have those registrations. This is called co-marketing business. So this is how we are increasing the domestic brand business.
This sounds very interesting. Can you elaborate a little?
Yes. I can run through one example very quickly. There is a company by name Qumei Chemicals in Japan. So they are our partners for last 40 years. So we have been supplying their products, distributing their products in the Indian market for quite long. They have invented a product called Bispirivec sodium, which is a rice herbicide. So PI Industries has worked for last 10-15 years for getting that product registered in India. After getting that product registered, we started to sell the product in our own brand name called Nomini Gold, and that was a overnight success because that was the need of the hour. We also offered it to a few like-minded companies who did co-marketing of that product in their own brand name. See, PI may be a big company and may be having a 60-year-old distribution setup, but there are pockets wherein some other company may be stronger. So we take advantage of those complementing strengths of these companies, and that is how we are offering it to many companies who are who may be strong in down south or maybe in Maharashtra
within
or
India
Eastern.
itself.
Yes. So many companies have their own strengths, unique set of strengths.
So co-marketing means the brand is still yours, but then
the brand belongs to the distributing company, but the product is manufactured and supplied by PI Industries. So the same product which I am supplying in my own brand is also offered by 5, 6, 7 different companies. So the reach of the molecule is increasing, which may not be very easy and possible for me to do in a shorter span of time.
So it's more of a game of a synergy rather than competition.
It is more of a synergy. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So you turn your competition into your collaborators.
Into our collaborators. Yeah, that's the beauty of this game. Yeah.
So how do you stay updated with the market trends?
Interaction with our customers, distributors, suppliers, doing some research, desktop research, like the import-export data which we get from Bolza, and also you attend many exhibitions and conferences.
In your professional journey, have you witnessed a landmark shift, a turning point because of market research, some information, and because of that something shifted in your organization?
Yeah, precisely. I was, in charge of Latin America in my previous organization, and we were very keen to explore one or two markets, and personally visited, discussed with, some of the market research companies and stuff like that. So what we discovered very interestingly is the product which we were selling at, let's say, X dollars, can be sold at 10x.
Oh,
By just doing registration of that product in that particular country and supplying the formulated product.
okay.
So while all these years we were trying and struggling to sell the active ingredient, the salt, if we formulate it and sell it, register it in that particular market, we can get 10x the price.
Okay.
Now
That's
this
a
is
huge jump.
It's a huge jump, and it's a stark revelation which we were not aware prior to this. Of course, you have to register the product, you have to incur some cost. It doesn't come free.
Okay.
But again, it makes business sense.
Yeah, true.
You can recover the cost in 2-3 years, and then the kind of multiples you will get forever is much different than what you used to get, before doing this research and before coming to know about these facts.
Okay.
So it is surely very, very important to know the ground rules.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen.
Thank you, Mr. Saraf.
It has been a pleasure.
Same here.
And thanks for your time. I am sure this information shared by you is going to be helpful to my readers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.